As fall descends on Santa Monica, many bundle up against the night chill. As you both pull your coats tightly around yourselves, not because you're cold, but to fit in should a human glance your way, you begin to prepare yourselves for the meeting ahead. Summoned to meet the prince is a curious thing. Usually, he informs your sires, his primogens of their clan, to pass on tasks or messages from above. However, this night, for whatever reason, you were both given a direct invitation to attend him. And with the old handwritten note firmly in your pockets, you both know better than to be late. As you pull up to Elysium, a tall building with multiple floors, some you imagine actually holds jobs for mortals, please describe your characters as you step out of your various cars.
Go ahead, Canyon.
Yeah, so Gaius is probably about 6 feet tall. He's got dark black hair. It's cropped short, a little shorter on the sides and a little bit longer on the top. No facial hair, darker skin, like kind of like Native American or like Mexican American, Central American. So you see like that kind of a darker skin tone and brown eyes.
Nice.
Cool.
Silas would be about 5'10", athletically toned, with leather black, kind of worn out trench, with a disheveled like business suit attire with a blood red tie going down, and he'd have black hair, just a little bit of a high fade, and just staring always, just looking out. It looks like he's always looking around corners, observing everything. But when people glance his way, he kind of like steals forward with his eyesight.
Perfect. As you enter the building, once inside, the night guard, a chubby man who you've come to learn is a ghoul, greets you with an infuriating self-righteous smile. "Late night at work?" he asks mockingly.
Oh, you know how it is.
Yeah, no rest for the
Silas
wicked,
just
right?
looks at him.
Sorry, Sarah, I didn't hear what you said.
No rest for the wicked, right?
No, that's for sure.
Silas just stares at him.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to observe the niceties, but I'm not trying to be friendly, you know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. He just eyes Silas. He's seen him from time to time. You guys have been here before for other meetings or other social events that it was good for you to attend. But every time it seems like he gets a bit of a chill when Silas is there just staring so intently at him. Well, they're expecting you upstairs, so, the gala hall.
Right. Silas is just gonna start walking.
I'll give him like a little nod or like a just a friendly, like not friendly gesture, but just like a goodbye gesture as I kind of carry along my way. I know that he's not one for my flock.
Still all the same, he seems to treat you well enough because you seem to treat him well enough, so he gives you a nod back, and up you go to the elevators. When you emerge onto the floor where galas and parties are usually held, a place you have had to flatter a few vampires of higher status than you are surprised to find an incredibly attractive woman dressed in a bizarre fashion sitting at one of the tall tables by an exotic display in the center of this room. She was obviously turned when young, trapped in a youthful 18-year-old body, and does not seem to mind the amount of skin that is showing. She sips on a wine glass filled with blood as she smiles warmly and gestures for the two of you to join her. 2 glasses of blood waiting for you at the table as well.
Yeah, I'll head right on over, and I'll even I feel like Silas is probably even a little bit reluctant about this, and so I'd probably even kind of just pull him along with me.
Alice is kind of looking at him like, no, stop doing that. He's eyeing the room. He'll follow along, laughing a little inside.
You're eyeing the room for anything in particular?
I am looking A for guards. See how many there might be. B, the unseen.
Okay. Make me a wits plus awareness roll for the guards.
Okay.
Four successes. Yeah, with that, you definitely know that although not completely next to you, not trying to be imposing in any way, there are some guards, though, in a couple of hidden spots. Especially with the way you can see that what is hidden supernaturally and what have you, you see a few areas in the walls that look like they could shift and have guards come out if needed. Also out on the patio of this gala room hall, there are a couple of guards in the dark. But this also doesn't surprise you in a place like this with the Elysium. This is a place that vampires are not supposed to use their powers or have any sense of violence to each other. It is a safe haven. If you were to violate that, especially in the one under the prince's own tower, bad things happen.
Excommunicado. Excommunicado.
Might see the sunrise one last time.
Does that extend to all powers, or is it just offensive powers?
Usually all.
Generally all powers, so even if you want you can dominate her and you would break the Elysium. However, when it comes to seeing and sensing, like with the Auspex thing, it's a free activation. That's nothing that does anything.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking along the lines of a taste for blood, because I'm getting ready to drink this blood over here, and I wanted to test this out.
Yeah, of course. Something like that, no, they wouldn't feel that's a breach of any sort.
It's more like that, offensive, you're harmful, or trying to get one up, or
Yeah, exactly. Anything that would affect another in any way. Fact check me in the comments below.
But yeah, I think if anything, I think Gaius is probably just gonna boldly approach this woman over here, just with the confidence of a cult leader, just trying to lean on his charisma. And this is not somebody that I know, I would assume, correct?
No, well, let me see. There might be a role for that. Hold on, let me check the skills. Would argue if you wanted to make a intelligence plus politics roll, you might know her based off of the politics of Vampire Society.
No modifiers, I'm assuming.
No. Yes. No, unfortunately, you don't really recognize her. Like I said, she does seem
Then
young. Probably someone you would adopt to your flock if she wasn't already turned.
Yeah, then I'd probably go over and introduce myself and just be like, no, it seems like you're expecting us, but I'm Gaius.
She smiles and holds her hand out for you to kiss.
Yeah, no, what the hell? I'll do it, and I'll try and do it a little bit flirtatiously as well.
You know, let's make that a charisma plus. I think they have straight seduction in their skills. No, persuasion, I guess, since you're trying to seduce her in a way. She smiles warmly with that act, well, as warmly as you vampires can. And she's just, well, I'm pleased to see that you at least haven't lost your manners in all of these years.
Oh, how could I with this sort of charm?
Oh, please. Keep flattering. I'm Amelia. I am the new harpy. Which you would know harpies are kind of the head of the social standing for vampires.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure, and this is my friend Silas. He doesn't talk much.
Charmed. He sits down and just starts drinking the blood.
It tastes warm and fairly fresh. Must have recently been drained.
Could I give this a shot?
Yeah.
So this is blood, sorcery, and wisdom, it looks like.
Resolve plus blood sorcery.
Resolve and blood sorcery.
Yeah. Which next to the power you should see two drop downs that should say like resolve and then discipline. You hit the dice next to that, it should roll the right stuff. On 5 successes, you definitely can tell a lot about this.
Like a lot about this.
Yeah. I would consider this a critical success. If you Okay, I would say you can tell this came from a ghoul, not the one downstairs that you saw, but some other ghoul that has a taste of Ventru blood inside of him. Very close to your generation of Ventru. Since he's a ghoul, I won't say you can necessarily... Well, no, it's a critical success. Why not? Lower generation than you, so one more powerful.
Do I know if they've committed diablerie?
No, ghouls can't do that.
It's a ghoul. They're still
Yeah.
humanish.
They're humans. Yeah, they're humans with vampire blood in them. Ghoul means that vampires given them their blood to, in a way, basically enslave them to the addiction of their blood. They get a little bit of the power
kinda
from
like
the
my
vampires. Sorry?
Kind of like my cultists.
Yeah. And they all get obsessed with needing your blood. I doubt you have all your cultists under that, because that would be a lot of blood you have to give out to them, but...
No, it's probably like my close retinue of like concubines, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
like my favorite 3.
You're like, Cindy was good, she's gotta stay.
And then they will fucking stay with you until you stop giving them the blood, because that also stops their aging, just so you know. Actually,
And
that
they
being
die.
said, you would know that Silas has a ghoul that has been with him since forever. Like, you don't even, you know, it's been many, 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 many years he's had a ghoul with him.
At least since we very first moved onto the compound. Back
Yeah.
in,
Oh,
the
yeah.
early 1920s.
Even more than that. Like, you met, I was gonna say you probably knew Silas roughly when he first turned, because your sire was helping his sire at the time. And that's kind of when you also met his ghoul, so it's been since the beginning of his vampire life. Either way, Amelia says, I do apologize. The prince was suddenly overcome with other matters. Heavy is the head, isn't it? Either way, a cargo vessel we were expecting to arrive has been found adrift, not far from port. She shifts over some paper to both of you with some port details on it. This vessel will take you to the ship. When you're ready, go there, find out what happened to it and the crew, clear out whatever problems might have arrived, and when you're ready, radio in the all clear, and we'll send some workers to bring it back to shore.
Silas slowly creaks a smile. Oh, and here I thought it was gonna be boring. Very excited to take this for you.
It's been a couple generations since we've been, involved in any piracy. It'll be nice to get out on the high sea again.
Yeah, been a while. Excellent. When do we leave? Do we leave now? Now sounds great.
When you're ready.
I'm ready. He stands up and he's got that eerie smile like, come on.
And I'll probably part with like, I'm looking forward to the next time I get to see you.
She smiles and nods her head, as am I.
I think we'll hit the road.
Alright, as you two step out of the building, I'm not sure how you got here, taxi, car. I mean, Silas can drive, maybe he drove both of you, but this time you both see the black SUVs of both of your sires that you recognize. Each door opens, and obviously you're expected to go speak to them.
Yeah, I'm hopping right in. I don't say no to that.
Yeah, Silas will follow obediently.
Yeah, so each of you go into your separate cars and with your sires, and they start driving you off as you go. With that, we will start in the car with Father Damon and Gaius. The father, of course, dressed in his, priestly robe, a Bible clutched in his hand, and a big cross on his chest, eyes you as the car starts moving through the night city. Gaius.
Father Damon, it's been a little while.
Time flies when you've lived as long as we have.
Yes, it sure does.
I understand that you are to go clear whatever mishap happened on this cargo vessel, correct?
From what I understand, they want us to investigate and figure out what's going on.
I recommend you use caution on this matter. It is, well, usually supernatural when such things occur without any contact.
Understood. Discretion is, as you know, one of my areas that I like to lean into.
He nods. I also have another request. He reaches into his robe, like inner robe pocket, and pulls out a piece of paper and hands it to you. When you open it... Sorry.
I was just going to say, I open it right up.
You see on there an image of this red, very deep red gem of some sort, perhaps a ruby or maybe a blood diamond, but it's very deep red. That was privately on board that vessel. I, in particular, procured it and wanted it delivered to me discreetly, yet now that this has happened, I leave that task to you. Find this gem, collect it, and bring it to me.
Understood. You got it.
It's also best you ensure that you don't tell your Malkavian friend. Last thing I need is Lucian involved in this.
You've got my word on that.
He smiles and he's just, I'm always happy that you are so obedient.
Well, when we go back as far as we do, I feel like we get onto the same page after a little while.
Indeed. And the rest of that trip, you kind of drive in silence as he takes you to the port, unless you wanted to stop at the compound for any reason first.
How many cultists can we fit in that? I'm just kidding.
They're your meat shields.
Just have them go out and raid
Oh, what was that,
Show
Jay?
me your faith and die. Show me your faith and die for me.
With that, we will go back, and as Silas is entering the car with his sire, Lucian Mercer, a man in a very pristine, perfectly, what's it called? Steamed, perfectly steamed lab coat with some lab gloves and some more of a wild hair, although he keeps it pulled back to keep it out of his face. He just eyes you and, at least you still obey and get in the car. Look, I have a task
don't
for
be
you.
like that, master.
Well, after my last child betrayed me, it's only a matter of time you might. Don't try, though. I ripped his heart out for it.
Oh, I know you're strong. I've seen it. One day, I'm gonna be just as great as you.
That'll never happen, but at least you have some good, lofty goals. Now listen.
It's life without a goal.
Well, not much of a life, I suppose. What is the purpose of our... we can't get into that. Listen,
Oh, okay.
Damon, I know that little weasel has something that he wants on that ship. I think he found another blood gem. So what I need you to do is steal it before his grubby little childer goes and gets it.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I sure.
You make sure you get it and hide it from him. What?
What else is on that ship? I mean, it
I
clearly
really
got
don't
both
have
of
any
our
different.
attention.
I really don't care. I didn't look into it. I just noticed Damon looked into it, so I had to.
Blood diamond. Oh, all right. What's it roughly look like?
A big red stone.
Big red stone. Big red stone. Gotcha.
You know what the color red
As
is,
you're
right?
saying that, of course, I'm a literate master. It's not that I'm colorblind.
No, they sort of run on the same frequency in the brain, as far as I know.
He's like, I'll find your diamond, while digging through like his jacket, grabbing out a mask. Oh, we gotta stop by the compound.
Wonder if I could cure your illiteracy if I opened your brain and looked within. He seems
that sounds like a terrible idea.
Well, you can't die from it. What are you worried about?
That I can't die from it, but okay. I'm glad to see we're on the same page.
Let me think about this for a while. And he just starts thinking, and that's your ride in silence as you start heading. You wanted to go to the compound, so you'll stop by there first.
Yep. Need to get equipped.
Yeah, you arrive there. You can see as you guys or however Gaius, I guess, would want it to be designed, probably somewhat church-like, I assume, or.
Ooh, I'm thinking more like Manson Ranch.
Oh yeah, okay. That kind of culty, got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Silas
okay.
is walking past the guards. Keep an eye open. We're leaving for a while.
They nod to you, and you, as they are obedient, and they look out.
He's gonna kick open the door. Larry, where you at?
Makes a few of the cultists there kind of jump out of fright, and then they scurry off because you wig them out. And I assume you're calling for your ghoul.
Yeah, the cultists know he's there to protect them, but they're also terrified of him.
Oh yeah, definitely. 100%.
I think they also probably get the sense that he's like there to keep people out, but also keep people in, maybe.
Anybody who
what's
runs.
the fear about a Malkavian with firearms?
Well, they don't necessarily know about that stuff, but I mean, just the way you act, just the way you are, they definitely freak you. And I'm sure you've had to hunt down runaways and bring them back to Gaius.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Time or two. 3 maybe.
So anyway, I'm assuming you're calling for your ghoul.
Yep.
You see he shows up. He has some light stuff on, like body armor and a pistol at his side, since he's just inside right now, you know, but he's heads over and smiles. Hey,
the boys may be on standby. I'll give a call if things get hairy. Here's where we're going. He's gonna explain the information.
all right, I'll keep them ready. Give us a call if you need us. In the meantime,
I will.
don't worry, nothing will enter here.
I appreciate you. The only one I can really count on. He pulls off his coat and does the Mr. Rogers, grabs a slightly nicer looking, still old duster, puts it on, straightens his tie.
Oh,
I have performance evaluations to attend to, I feel.
oh, one of those sorts of missions. All right.
Yeah.
Are
See
you
if
gonna
anyone
need
passes the cut.
any cleanup going to be needed?
No. Apparently others will do that for us. Makes it way easier.
Well, I do it, but yeah,
Oh.
that's fine.
You do? Oh.
You know, the masquerade
Thank
and all. We don't want people to, you know, right? So, you know,
Well,
I got it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Masquerade. Of course I remembered that. He just snickers awkwardly and
Yeah, of
puts
course you
on
did,
his
buddy. He
mask.
pats you on the arm, like.
Hey, An eternal war is hard to wage if you have other things on your mind. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, I just focus a mission at a time, sir.
That makes sense. One of us has to stay grounded. He just shakes off some inner thoughts. You see, he basically reaches over and grabs a long handgun that has hole puncher written on the side. Holsters it. Grabs a ratted up, torn old school shotgun that says Inkwell on it. He puts that on.
Be
I'm
a
missing
serious
anything?
review.
Oh yes, very serious review. We were actually called by some prince. Yes, the prince. Didn't forget. Prince called us.
The prince.
Yes.
Must be serious
So
then.
I guess this is a very formal event.
Well, let me know if you need us.
I will. He pulls out a cell phone. You like programmed it to this button, right? To just call you.
Yeah, that one right there. See, it's even got my little
Okay.
picture on it, so easy to see.
Ah, see that works. I can read that. Thank you.
Yeah. You'll be reading the dictionary yet.
I know, right? Be a scary thing. He pats him on the shoulder. If I don't come back, sorry, give him hell on your way out.
Please come back. My life's a little tied to yours.
I know. That's why I say give him hell on your way out. He just smirks and pats him on the shoulder and turns around.
You're so fucked up. But he kind of laughs and heads off to go and order your men around to make sure they're ready to go on a short notice.
He's just gonna make sure the mask is nice, firmly fit. It is a half mask that just covers his mouth and nose and its skull.
Cool. I'll have to get character art at some point when we turn this into a real campaign, but for now,
Right?
theater of the
He's
mind.
gonna kind of tear the little bit of the cloth that was covering his mercenary badge to where now his badge is showing. And he's gonna get back into the car.
And with that, the car takes you to the port. Lucian still seems to be in thought. He has a notepad out that he's writing out different things. You can't read any of it, but you do see a diagram of a brain and different labels on it.
He just
And-
side eyes him and goes, I wonder what a blood diamond tastes like.
I wouldn't eat
Think
it
it
if
tastes
I
like
were
blood.
you. Probably. If you eat it, I'll have to torture you for 100 years.
Well, it looks like you're well on your way. He just kind of nods at the paper.
What? Oh, this isn't about you. No, I moved on from that.
Oh. Well, that's a relief. I've already been
No.
trapped in your house at least 3 or 4 times. I'm kind of tired of that.
I'll have to get the right equipment before I can try to teach you how to read.
That would be great. Thank you.
Of course, what he means to teach you is another story.
Yep.
Otherwise, yeah, you go on in silence as he seems to be enthralled by whatever he's working on here. And you get brought to the port.
Silas is just checking guns, ammo.
Mm-hmm. Guys, you would have been there first, waiting for him, probably getting the little ship that's gonna take you prepared and ready. It's just a one dude driving this boat to get you guys there.
Yeah, I'm curious. I've got a couple of interesting specialties, and I'm curious what I might know about these blood gems or the blood diamonds. I've got a little bit
Yeah.
of blood magic specialty and a little bit of ancient world history and a little bit of nautism, biology. I'm not sure where this fits in, but
What is your specialties under the occult?
blood magic, nautism.
I would definitely say this would be a blood magic type situation. So roll me intelligence plus occult, and then put a 1 in your modifier.
Gotcha.
Enough. With a 3, so obviously you've heard of things with the blood, like blood diamonds are, they can be used for certain magical rituals, usually when it comes to what human mages can do with them, or other occultist type situations, honestly what the Tremere clan used to do before they became vampires. But something like this that would be useful to a vampire, you have heard occasionally there has been legends, not necessarily any information on where they came from, of actually crystallized blood hardened into a gemstone. And it's usually because of how concentrated and potent that is, especially with the infusion of magic and the blood. Like, it's usually very powerful to have one of those.
All right. Yeah, I think if anything, I just kind of sat in this ride over in like just meditative silence, and once I get there, I just go about procuring the boat and like making sure that we're set up for when Silas arrives.
Okay. Eventually he does arrive, and the boat by that point is ready to take you guys. You do notice that out on the sea there seems to be a creeping fog. This one poor guy who has to take you out onto the sea late at night kind of gulps and steers into the fog with both of you on board. And
I'm going to run heightened senses.
And I want to tell him about the great works.
telling Silas about the great works?
No, this poor fisherman.
Oh, okay.
Silas will
I don't have
move
another.
to like.
I don't have. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Silas is gonna gain as much distance as possible and go, why does he always have to do this? I could hear him louder.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to convert this poor dude.
All right, make me I think that's a manipulation, and I'll let you pick the skill. Do you think it would be persuasion or subterfuge or?
Probably persuasion for sure, because I'm genuine about this for sure.
Okay.
Three successes, I think.
Okay. As you're doing this, it seems like it's actually helping him focus on not the creepy foggy darkness ahead, and he actually starts kind of asking you different questions, and eventually the ship ominously appears through the fog, and you can hear the water splash against its hull. No light can be seen on the vessel as it slowly drifts unanchored in the sea. He eyes it again and looks to you and basically says, I'll pull you two along the side of it, but if you don't mind, I'll circle around it at a bit of a distance to pick you up again. And
No, I think that's a fine idea. And if you need a place to go after this, you can always come back to the compound, and I'll just pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah, can you give me the address again? He gets out a pen.
I'll give him directions. Yeah.
And he writes down how to get there.
Silas will chirp over his shoulder. You'll be well protected.
It gives him a bit of a chill. Right. Well, yeah, I'd love to see it. I've got more questions.
Silas is just staring a hole in this ship. Just like thinking and planning, and it looks like he's periodically like kind of shaking his head. Like, no, yes, no.
Silas, do you have your ghostly vision on?
I do now. As we approach that thing.
Then you see these red tendrils coming out from the ship, almost like the tentacles or sinew, these fleshy tendril arms, and they are wrapped around screaming people stuck there in agony.
Silas just says, red arms in a death's embrace. All right. One hell of a performance review. He just reaches out and pulls out the hole puncher. Red arms, death embrace. He's just looking at Gaius like he understands him.
This is an Auspex thing?
Yeah, one of his powers he took is to see the unseen, kind of a thing. I recall. I think you have it as well.
If he's telling me about this, I'm probably going to go ahead and slip into that too and just see what he's seeing if I can.
Yeah, you got sense the unseen as well. So same thing, you see those red tendrils and people wrapped in them screaming. It's a silent scream because you don't necessarily hear that side. But...
Well, this looks like a great start.
Listen, first things first, when we get aboard this ship, I'm going to use tactics. We need to secure the bridge, get it moving to harbor, and then start sweeping.
Well, you know me, I'm much more of a lover than a fighter. I'll let you lead the way.
Sounds good. I trust you'll have my back.
Well, of course. And I'll try and
long enough.
Fall back into more of like a sneakier, stealthier position back maybe, 10 or 15 feet behind you?
Silas nods. Good. Let's start the performance evaluation. See if they pass the cut.
Alright, we'll say you got up on like this side of the ship, in this area here. If you are sneaking, I would like Gaius to make me a dexterity. It's subterfuge.
Subterfuge or stealth?
Stealth, that's the one. Alrighty. Thinking and hungry.
Silas is just trying to make himself known. I mean,
So you're probably stomping along it, making loud noises.
he doesn't seem to care.
Do I need to add to my hunger, or does it stay where it is?
No, it stays where it is. In the full system, if you roll a hunger success, it would kind of make you succeed in what you're trying to do, but in a little more of a impulsive manner. Like, I don't know what it would necessarily be for stealth, but if it was like if you were trying to torture someone for information, you might get that information, but then they'll die because of their wounds, because of that hunger success. You went too far with your methods, you know? That kind of thing.
Gotcha.
It makes it more that beast within wants to come out and fuck things up for you, basically. Alright, are you going towards the front? Back? Checking the cargoes? What are you doing here?
He's going to check the cargoes kind of in passing. But he is trying to also get to the bridge.
Okay.
I think if anything, since I'm just a little bit further back, I'm doing a little bit more of an in-depth check just to, keep up, but I'm also, easily distracted by information and books and fun things.
Yeah. Definitely up on this first, opening deck with some of those cargo shipping containers. There's not really books and things like that to see. It is kind of eerie how quiet it is, how there's no real sounds that you can hear other than the creaking of the ship on the waves occasionally. But as you do move up to kind of inside this area, you go up to the bridge and see a couple of papers sort of loosely motioning in the wind a little. Otherwise, there's no one here. Computer consoles, good luck with that.
Well, I know how to read.
That's true.
Silas is going to look back over his shoulder, still in ghost sight, to where I'm sure I can see him. Can you read any of this? Can you get the ship moving?
I can certainly take a look. And I start trying to read the papers first off and then see if there's any controls that I can read or anything like that. I do have some tech skills, but mostly in science and history for me. And occult for sure.
I do have some driving skills, but it's only a 1.
Yeah, same with my tech. It's just a 1.
Yeah, with your tech, I guess first I feel like you should do an investigation type roll for seeing the papers and what could be useful from there, but when it comes to the actual computers, we need to do more of a tech-based roll on that one. So which would you like to start with? Papers or computers?
I'll do papers probably to start.
Then intelligence
Though I'm
plus
not very skillful in investigation.
I do have a question. If my tactics skill is my specialty, does that go to him or only me? If we're following the tactics I laid out.
So that would be more if you needed to make a roll with tactics in mind, so to recognize an enemy tactic or...
Oh, okay. I apologize. I'm still fairly new at this game.
Yeah. The specialty, remember, just adds 1 dice to the die pool that you're making in that regard.
Gotcha.
So it's not you get some blanket bonus to everyone that way. But if he needed to know a tactic, you could aid him, and that would help give him more dice. I'd have to look fully into the helping, lending a hand, the help action, as it were.
Right.
But there is a way that you could help him.
And to all the vampire players out there, we apologize getting new at this and we're into this now, so this is our first shot at it.
Yeah.
So for that, you said it would be investigation. Is that plus intelligence, wits, resolve?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Cool. No success.
So the papers that are scattered around, it's like one is off of the table of contents to a tech manual, and one is part of a file that looks like it could be useful, but because it's the cover letter, the cover page, there's not a whole lot that you can glean from it. And, one is a scribbled note that someone wrote saying, don't forget the ham in the fridge or something, like just different things that don't seem to help you too much on what happened or what's going on in this ship.
Well, I'll tell Silas that there might be ham in the fridge, if anything.
Okay.
Oh,
The
fantastic.
most important thing.
By the way, while he was doing that, I'm going to use Auspex to see if I could find any bloodstone. Something that important would probably be with the captain is his logic. So he's scanning the room while he's looking through papers.
Yeah, make me I guess a wits plus awareness, and then add your auspex to that.
Sorry, give me a quick moment. Five total with one on the hunger.
With that, you definitely know that it's not in this room. You do see some like cubby areas and places that things could be hiding in, but it's unlikely that they would have something so precious. Stuff like that, With that many successes, though, I will say that you do notice a little bit of blood stains on one of the walls next to a door. But it's so just the smallest little smudge.
Silas is gonna slowly walk backwards and then just reach out and tap Gaius on the shoulder with his firearm.
Yeah.
Blood. Faint blood. He's gonna point where he saw it.
I go over and taste it.
It tastes old. Kind of gross. Doesn't really give you much for what blood would normally, no benefits from it, But
No, this is for my taste for blood.
Yeah. Go back and read what the...
Here, I'll post it again.
Silas is just like, that ham sounds pretty good if I was still living.
I know, you remember bacon?
Oh, it was glorious. Bacon was amazing. Forgot what it tastes like, but man, it was good. I remember.
Also got into carnitas for a little while too. That was really tasty.
I never really did go south of the border. Found myself usually in European theaters.
I spent a little bit of time down there. Grew up around Texas.
Do you think if we had someone eat carnitas and then we tasted them, would we kind of get the idea of what it would taste like?
Oh, I hope so. We can try it.
Bloody carnita? like a margarita. Oh my god, we need to go to Mexico sometime. What have I been missing? Where are we at? Matter over mind. Matter over mind. He just starts rocking.
And on that note, I'm trying to get this ship going too. After we figure out what's going on with the blood.
I will say it says difficulty is 3. You only got 2 successes, but I will say that just due to the sheer amount of fear that this person felt at the time of death, even with 2 successes, you definitely get that resonance with it. Fear.
Okay. Well, whoever this was scared.
Now, the
Scared
one
to
thing I
death.
forgot to ask. Were these vampires on board, or were these just lackeys?
They were human. That's definitely human blood.
So of course I'd shit myself too if I saw me in a dark alley. Let alone in a sanctuary like a ship. You think you're safest here.
That too, I'd like you to roll me an intelligence plus technology roll for the computers.
Could I make a pitch for resolve because I keep on trying and trying at things?
Yeah, sure, I'll allow it here.
You're a benevolent ST.
With 2 successes, unfortunately, as you boot it up, you see login password required, and you can't seem to. You don't have enough hacking skills to try to get past this login, the bane of your existence.
Silas just chirps over his shoulder. Have you tried bacon? You should put in bacon. I bet bacon's the password.
That was the first thing I tried, unfortunately.
Always swordfish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you try guest?
No one uses it.
It's always guest.
Yes.
Don't you miss the days when these were, not tech powered and just had sails and a wheel?
Right.
I really do. A little more easy to control. We should probably get going down below.
Onward then.
Silas will take up point again.
Right. So, going down decks below.
So you tasted fear. That means something's frightening down here. My day is getting so much better.
As you head down below. Nick. Sorry guys. Okay. As you head down below, you are in the sort of large engine room kind of space of the cargo ship, which obviously the engine is dead right now.
And I think if anything, since I'm just back a little bit, I want to try and use that Auspex again, or that sense the unseen, just to see if there's anything past Silas up there, and also like around us as well.
Distantly, with sense the unseen, you hear a heartbeat. And it's almost like the tendrils that are along the walls now of the inside of the ship pulsing to that heartbeat.
Is it in the direction that we're going?
Hard to say the direction necessarily, but it's definitely at least somewhere in the ship.
Seems like we're going the right way.
Good looking out, Aurelio. A bit of your Irish came out in that one, buddy. Oh, that made me laugh so hard. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break character like that. Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for letting me know.
So you could either obviously explore the engine room itself, move more to the forward part of the ship is more room, space it looks like, or more to the back.
I think, I mean, for me, I'm here to find a blood gem, and then also try and figure out what happened here. So I've got those two things on my mind. I don't think that's going to be in the engine room.
All right. So forward or back?
Let's check.
I say forward. Oh, back?
Yeah, towards the back of the ship. If I'm a big bad evil thing, I'm gonna hang out there. Vampires like to hang, right? He just laughs.
No, you're the point guy. I'll follow you.
By the way, Sarah, I'm gonna text you.
I'd also like guys to make me another Dex plus stealth if he's doing that. Silas, first make me another. Well, we're not doing the hunger, so maybe it doesn't matter. You would do a rouse check normally for that. But we'll skip rouse checks for tonight because it is just a one-shot. Don't sue us in the comments.
For now. Maybe we'll do a campaign. When you get more time.
Yeah. So as you're looking around and heading to, it was the back, right? Towards the back, the tendrils seem to detach from the side of the ship, but it's almost like they're built as a part of it in, you know, this mind space. So it's like the ship tears with it and rips, and the tendrils pierce into you, Silas, and start pulsing that pounding heartbeat that in a weird way makes you feel alive again, a feeling you never thought. You gasp for air, but also in that sense it's taking your life from you, your force, your blood, your soul is being torn out of you through these tendrils.
Silas will slowly come to a stop.
Yeah, guys, all you see is that Silas kind of jerked into a stopping position.
But I think if anything, if he stops, I stop, because that's like an indicator up ahead that he's dealing with something. So I'm just like hanging back for right now until I can get a better idea of what the situation is.
I would also say... I mean, I think it goes without saying that it is fairly supernatural what's happening here, but there's something dark and evil about it that's not something you're familiar with.
Silas is going to rock a little and then take a partial step back and firm his ground and be like, no, you're the weakness. Gaius, come here.
I'll approach slowly. What's going on?
I'm not into the field you are. You do the mumbo-jumbo talk to spirit stuff. What's here, man? I'll kind of explain the vision the best I can. Like soul being torn apart. I'm alive, but unalive. Would I be heart alive? I don't know. Would it be dead but alive? I'm dead and alive now. I'm so confused. This place is weird.
What?
Kind of reminds me of the old man's house.
What would I know about this, if anything?
Actually, that is a fair point, Silas. That feeling is similar to what you felt in Lucian's house. And on that note, guys, please make me an intelligence plus occult. What are your specialties again? It was blood magic and Nodism, I think.
Yeah, blood magic and Nodism for occult, and then
Okay.
yeah, I think that's probably the ones that this would be for. I don't think this is a biology thing.
No.
Man, shit roll. Just a fucking shit roll.
I got one.
Yeah, both of you. Well, I mean, guys to get two technically. Guys, but I mean, yeah, read some freaky shit in some books sometime. It sounds about the same as what you would expect out of that. Maybe a vampire's doing this. Hard to say.
Is it possible it's related to the diamond?
It's possible. Certainly. Especially with the heartbeat and the blood sort of vibes. Could definitely be related.
Yeah, at least me as a player is picking up like senses of that, but I'm also not sure if I'm getting that as Gaius is,
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say he'd make that connection. None of this confirms that it is related, but it certainly could be.
And I'm not supposed to tell Silas about the diamond, so I'm not mentioning anything out loud about it. I'm just gonna say, I don't know, man. This is some scary stuff. I haven't really seen this before.
Silas looks at him and goes, I fought in every war imaginable. This made me actually question myself. This is something I think a little more beyond than what we're normally used to.
Now, what do you want to do? I mean, we can't necessarily go back from here. You still gotta figure it out, right?
No, I refuse to go back. The mission was told to us. We will complete it. He's gonna start shrugging through it and willing himself to move forward again. Matter over mind. Matter over mind. You're fine. It's a performance evaluation. Nothing more.
Hey. Okay, never mind. So you start moving further back through the ship. You come into some rooms that look like they might be where quarters are. Office space.
think if anything, I'm looking around for clues.
Me,
Silas is trying to find the concentration of the tendrils.
Gaius, make me a wits plus investigation, and Silas, make me a wits plus awareness. Silas, with 2 successes, I'd say you don't know necessarily where the concentration is, but you are going in either the direction towards it or away from it, depending on what direction it is from the tendrils you're following. Gaius, you do eventually find an office that looks like it could be the captain's quarters, or at least his office or something like that. The door is locked though, so you'll have to find a way to enter it if you wish.
Hey, Silas, you want to kick this door open for me?
Silas slowly stops and looks over his shoulder. What's the point?
Well, this looks like it might be the captain's spot. We're looking for what might happen here. If anything, you might have a notebook or captain's log.
I suppose that does make sense. All right. I'm not quite as strong as I used to be. I'm more athletic, but I do have a solution. He's gonna pull out his shotgun and blow the lock off.
With that, yeah, the lock gets blown off. I mean,
He just cocks the shotgun, looking at Gaius.
I appreciate your support, my friend.
I hope you turned off
nods.
your heightened senses at that moment too, because
Oh yeah, no, he's not that dumb. He's like, you know what sounds terrible right now? Going fucking deaf, blowing off a doorknob.
It's like that. Oh man, there's a video going around that I saw recently. This guy just like flashbangs a bunch of his friends at a party. Like they're all sitting around a fire and they're all like looking at their phones, and he's like, "Guys, watch. This is how I'll get them to like pay attention." He throws a fucking flashbang at them.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's effective.
I guess that's one way to get their attention. All right, so the door creaks open with a. There we go. And slams against the side.
Yeah, I think I'll might like flash on my senses again and try and look around the room, but I'm also like I'm looking for a captain's log and I'm also looking for the gym.
All right, make me another wits plus investigation.
Silas is just sitting at the door staring at him. What are we doing? Finding the log?
Yeah, looking for the log. See what might like if the captain has any notes about what might have happened here. Or maybe an idea of what they might have been carrying.
Right. He's gonna lean against the door and just kind of like eye him. Hopefully we find something, or that was a waste of a round.
So you do eventually find a manifest of what cargo is on this ship. You start skimming through it, but none of it seems to describe this gem that you're looking for. as you're flipping through other parts of this office, you do note there are a couple of locked drawers in his desk that you can shotgun
I'll
open.
try and yeah. I'll let's see. Would that be like a streetwise or a subterfuge thing?
If you want to try to pick it or something along those lines, that would be a dex plus larceny.
I don't really have any larceny skills. Do you want to shoot these locks off?
Silas is just kind of eyeing you weird. All right. Step aside. He's gonna pull out the hole puncher this time. His handgun. Just double tap the locks.
Boom, boom. Ringing in this little office. It's a good thing you don't have mortal ears. You might blow your eardrums.
Yep. And he's going to open the door, or the drawers, wide open and look.
Alright, in one drawer you see like a little whiskey bottle and a little handwritten journal notepad Captain's got. And in another drawer you see a little black box.
Oh, there you go, Gaius. There's your journal you were looking for. He's gonna grab the box.
What's in the box? And I start flicking through the journal, but I'm like, what's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
That's a really good question. It's a really good question. I'm gonna use premonition on the box.
You see, you see as if you open the box and there is an empty, dark, cavernous hole.
He pauses for a moment. Evil. That's what's in this box. I do want to keep you safe. He puts it in his pocket.
Do I get anything from the captain's journal?
Yeah, so he wrote in there how this journey obviously started fairly normal. There's a lot of stuff you kind of skim past. A couple of incidences with the crew at first, but then as you're reading through it, you're realizing there's been more and more incidences that outbroke into some strange acts of violence. And eventually a few started going mad. They had to lock them away. He can't explain what's going on. He just hopes that soon this journey will be over. It seems like they were paid quite a lot not to deviate to any ports or anything like that, so they were just trying to straight go for their goal as swiftly as possible. He does speak of a little package that he was particularly given as a private delivery that he was supposed to make. He says he's not too sure about it. You come to find that it is that little black box, but he finds that it unnerves him to keep it. He often just leaves it locked up in the drawer and tries to pay it no mind. Then one day they found someone went missing off the boat. They don't know where. No one saw them. Maybe they jumped off. There was no there was no body to be found. And as a few more started disappearing, eventually he says that he's pretty sure there's something on this ship killing them. He hasn't seen it directly, but he knows it's there in the walls somewhere. And other than that, that's the last entry, that he just prays for his safety.
And from what Father Damon had described and told to me, and what I'm picking up from the journal, does it seem like this is what I'm looking for in the box? That
it most likely is. The captain didn't confirm there's a red gem in there because he didn't look inside the box. He wasn't allowed to and didn't really want to, but it most likely is.
Yeah, then I think as soon as I'm done reading, I'm gonna look at Silas. I'm gonna say I think I'm gonna need what's in that box.
Silas nods. Sure. After we complete the mission, we can open it at port.
I don't think we need to open it. I just think I need the box.
Fantastic. When we reach the port, we'll open it together and see what it is. He's just gonna walk out of the room.
Silas, as you step out of the room, you see through the doorway there is, sorry, too many windows open. Okay. The sickly smell of sulfur burns your nostrils. Tapping, scratching can be heard from the shadows above. Suddenly, with a loud, wet thud, a terrifying creature drops before you. Sniffing before its long tongue licks the air, the skin peels back, revealing massive rows of teeth, almost as if this creature is smiling, thrilled at finding something new to feast on.
Ah, it seems the performance evaluation's about to begin. Perfect. It's a demon? He's gonna pull out the shotgun.
Being the weapon, it lets out that shrill growl before it shifts onto its hind legs, rising up tall, and initiates combat with you guys. We'll do initiative, which was composure plus awareness.
4.
I had a 5.
Guys had 4, Silas had 5, Snuffles has...
Snuffles.
Snuffles gets to go first. That lunges forward at you, its claws up high to try to slash you.
I'm going to try to shoot him in the face.
And I'm gonna try and shut the door.
So, the way combat... Shut the door, that's a... The way the combat works is you can say that you're gonna shoot him in the face, like as... So we can either have you both roll your attack rolls against each other, and whoever's highest, that's the attack that goes through. Or you can try to dodge its attack against you, and then on your turn you would have a chance to attack. But if you do it where you attack as a defense, you kind of lose your action for your turn. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, I got you. Now I know the rules. Well, in that case, yeah, I'll do an evasive maneuver. I'll just try to like spin around.
Bada. Okay, so to dodge, it is. Hold on. Dexterity plus something.
Athletics?
I would think actually.
Brawl.
Yeah, it's Dex plus athletics to dodge.
Five.
Beats it. Ink meets it, still beats it, if I recall. Which case... it will... Oh, that's the wrong power. That's the wrong thing. No wonder why this wasn't making sense to me. Okay. So I'm gonna say you also have body armor on because you are a soldier. We've established that. So I assume you would carry around some kind of body armor. Say what a body armor. Thanks, items section, for not having a basic body armor. I'll say it subtracts 3 damage. So, it added its potence type ability to its roll. Stop it. God, these cats. It adds that, so it would do 5 damage to you, but your armor will negate 3 of that, and then if you want to add any other, like, fortitude type of thing that you have. So, otherwise you take 2 aggravated health damage from its claws. Means you put 2 X's in your health boxes. Like 1 X in one and 1 X in the other.
Getting slashed, he's like pulls out the shotgun and just aims at him.
Make me a dexterity plus firearm.
Five.
Okay.
Question, when it turns green, so I noticed some rolls are regular black colored and some are green. Does that mean I had a critical in there?
Yeah, you will. Well, it says you did when you only had 110, which is weird.
Oh.
Because it takes 2 10s to make a crit.
For a
It
crit?
now?
That's why I was
Yeah.
wondering, like, because I was like, I have the same exact roll, but it's like green and black.
Right, with a 5, you see it somewhat shifts to the side. And then on top of that, it's like its hide is extra strong. It does not take as much as it should, even though you did still hurt it.
Silas calls out, Gaius, I will take this black box to hell with me. Are you doing anything?
With that, we come to Gaius's turn as he's closing the door. Or is he doing anything?
No, I mean, I was kind of kidding about that. But realistically, I have no melee skills, no firearm skills, no weapons. Not really even sure how to use my magic, but if I can, could I potentially use this?
Yeah, I know it says with Word of Mortal, but I mean, yeah, you can do it against a disgusting undead demon dog.
This is pretty much all I got, other than like boiling its blood from the inside out, and that costs a stain, and I don't know if I want to go that far yet.
But does it against the demon? That's the real question.
I guess that would be the question, right? Like, I'm just not really sure how to use my abilities quite yet.
I would say, in this case, because of it being a demon, it's a very special circumstance that I would allow you to boil the blood without sustaining a stain.
Oh, fuck yeah. Then I definitely want to try and do that instead then. But I need to touch it.
I come up and touch it?
To get handsy, son.
No, I think I like this first option just a little bit better because it's from a distance. It allows me to stay back where I am and still maybe have, a Silas and a door between me and this thing.
Please make me a wits plus blood sorcery roll. It's wits plus occult.
Oh, I got like a 10 in occult.
Hey, beats it, we'll say. So, you only get to deal 1 damage to it, and its blood shoots out, especially around certain parts of it. It's almost easy to pull the blood out of its gory body. And as you do, though, and ingest it, you find you actually start spitting it up and trying to vomit it out of your mouth. You do not get any bonuses to being able to ingest his blood as it burns you. You don't take any damage from doing this, but if you actually tried to feed on it, it will deal damage to you.
No, I think if anything, I'm just trying to, sucking poison out of a snake bite, just like a little bit like a slurp and then a spit, a slurp and spit.
I love it.
Gaius don't swallow is what I heard there.
At least not with demons.
A low growl. Snuffles comes back with an uppercut to Silas as Silas is out of his way.
Silas just laughs and shoots at him. I'm just gonna attack as a defense.
your Dex plus firearms. Did you have shotgun specialties?
I did not, but I'm probably gonna have to hot swap next turn. Four.
I guess since you both rolled the same, we'll say that you hit each other at the same time.
Right.
With a shotgun, I'll say it does fucking 3 damage. I don't know. I should have looked more into it. I did not realize that the stupid PHB
Well, one sec. Let me
not
check with the almighty.
No, ChatGPT screws things up, man.
Is it buckshot or is it like a slug?
Slug.
Yeah.
So it says a vampire character takes only half damage from firearms. So I think it's based off your firearms stat.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Just because you're good at shooting a pistol versus shooting a shotgun, like the shotgun's gonna do more damage. You know?
Yeah, for the tabletop game, a shotgun deals a base damage that is modified by the number of successes rolled in combat, with the possibility of it dealing aggravated damage to mortals. So it's the number of successes plus the firearms, I guess? You know, for how overly complicated their system is, you'd think they'd have it laid out easier.
The old way, weapons had their own.
Damage mods and all that.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm just gonna say if it hits, especially because in this case, you're tied. You're not hitting anything over it to know, like, that's 1 damage. You know what I mean? So, I'm just gonna arbitrarily give things a certain amount of damage. So 1 shot will make do, you know?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll say then, like I said, a shotgun will do 3 damage. We'll say your pistol does 1 damage.
Okay.
And with that, again, it seems like it kind of skids off a lot of its, even though its flesh is loose and what have you, it also seems like a very tough hide for what it is. So it only takes a little bit of damage from that. It should have been more than what it did. As for you, you take 2 aggravated damage after subtracting.
I have a question with fortitude. Do I have to do that before damage subtraction, or how does fortitude work on toughness?
It says, well, does it cost anything? Does, like, in the cost, do you see anything? Well, I guess we're not doing costs really at the moment, so yeah, it looks like you can just use it. From all superficial damage, though.
it says this occurs before having the damage.
You can't half this one because it's a demon claw.
Okay.
So obviously a demon claw is not, and it's not doing superficial to you right now. It activated demon power to make it aggravated.
He's gonna look at Gaius, so you better figure shit out real quick. I'm about to go down.
Why are you looking to me for combat, man? You know I've never done this well. As I'm like scared and kind of backing into the corner a little bit.
We used to fight in our kin. Or gangsters, not demons. This is fun.
As it screeches in your face.
Yeah, I think if anything, like keeping Silas between me and it, I want to try and like reach around and like just give it like a little slap and try and do my fucking blood cauldron thing on it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he'd let you reach around. Give him a reach around.
Hey man, I'm doing the reaching rounds. I'm spitting and not swallowing. Like.
Yeah. All right. So with that, make me a dexterity plus athletics. Rolling a.
I think it's actually. Yep. Dex and athletics. For whatever reason, I thought it was melee. Oh, because it says melee there.
Then I guess it will try to dodge you. It also rolls a dexterity plus athletics.
Not a terrible roll. Oh, nope, I didn't even roll yet. I looked at your last roll. A terrible roll.
Yeah.
Well, good news though, there is silver lining. I get to play my YouTube character next time.
With that, it brings us, as you tried to reach over and touch it, and it snapped its hand, like, teeth towards you, and you had to pull away, or possibly lose a hand, you're not too sure.
Oh, I definitely backed the fuck up. Like
yeah.
As soon as my slap missed, like I was, in fact, that's probably why it missed, is because I was already backing up.
Yeah. And with that, it will attempt to take out Silas again. You guys may realize that this thing might be something you want to run from. Silas, how do you attempt to dodge it?
Oh, there's Sarah. You said the key word that, like, Silas does not like.
But Silas does know to attack his enemies in his weakness. Become the hunter instead of the hunted.
Yup. Guerrilla tactics. Tactical retreat. I'm going to use tactical retreat, Sarah.
Do you dodge then? Do you attack as a defense? What are you doing?
His goal is to basically fan out. So he's going to try to roll around him and make a dash for distance.
Like get past him
To divide him.
to put him in between you and Gaius, or?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the plan, is to divide his attention.
All right, make me a dexterity plus athletics.
And do I get to use my tactical because it's a retreat for tactics?
That's an academics specialty.
Hey, I tried.
So,
Oh yeah, I'm dead. It's been fun, everybody. He's like holding on to that button, ready to call the armed forces.
so with that, you take 6 aggravated.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, let's see what happens when you
Yeah,
go
6
down.
was like my max hit points. All right, Canyon, you're all alone, Bubba.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got a potion of healing.
One second. I think at this point, my frenzy, trying to figure out what happens. Lose all your health.
You're all good. I'm gonna go use the restroom while you figure that out.
Even here, it's saying what damage you weapons damage to make tell me like any like what damage is each weapon.
It's just damage.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Those. You here, Jay? You back yet?
I don't think so.
Toss out another screen. Love how in this one shot you still managed to get a new cultist into your flock.
Hey, that's only if I make it out of this.
Yeah, fair.
Who are they going to follow if they don't have their leader?
Honestly, it dissolves into ruin.
But yeah, I'm stoked that I was able to at least convince one fucking mortal to join my work.
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with a fun name for it, so I was just like, oh, the Great Works.
I love it. The Great Works. Of course, it explains how the universe works, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I focus on is like, not like an atheism, but like, oh, maybe even like a Satanism almost, like where it's like, we're the gods.
I dig it.
Yeah, I've definitely convinced my followers that I'm a demigod.
Well, and with your vampire abilities, they definitely believe you. Alright, Jay, so what happened was you were trying to dodge past it to sandwich it between the two of you, but it stabbed its claws inside of you, and it bit its mouth on your neck as it lifts you up against the wall in this little hall that you are in, and it starts draining your blood. You fall into torpor right now as your blood is drained. We're not dead yet because you are a vampire and they're special. But with that, Gaius, that's what you see. He gets stabbed and his blood drained.
Well, I've got a plan here. I don't think it's a great plan, but here's what I got. I want to attempt to grab the box. If it's not easy, I am fucking sprinting away.
That's a great plan. I would say it's not going to be easy to get that box. It was tucked in Silas's, clothes or whatever. Like, you put it in a pocket, and a demon is literally pinning him against the wall. There's a chance it might be too distracted drinking his blood, but it's up to you how risky you want to be.
What sort of roll is this?
I would say it would be dexterity plus...
Could I pitch for stealth?
No.
What you forget is the camera won't give a fuck. You run away, they're just gonna kill you anyways.
Well, not necessarily.
I mean, who am I running to? I'm running right back to them to tell them what the fuck happened and that we need more people.
I would say either brawl or athletics. So I'll let you pick out of those two.
I mean, fuck it, it's a one shot. I'll go for athletics and a dex.
Okay. With one success, you do feel the bump of where it is in his pocket, but you can't, with the way the demon is, pinning him against the wall, you can't seem to grab it, and it's just looking down at you.
And I try to run away.
Make me another dex plus athletics to run the fuck away.
Oh, this is gonna be so good, guys.
2 successes. With 2 successes, he kind of seems to be more interested right now in Silas anyway. So that will be enough for you to escape this hall anyway. What direction are you trying to go?
I am going exactly back the way that we came, and I'm getting to the edge of the ship, and I am just diving right off the fucking edge, if I can.
You're just leaving. All right, splash into the water.
Man, I'm having some memories of Mato here.
Yeah, honestly, me too. Splashing into the water.
Bruce. I don't remember what his name was, but Bruce sounds good.
We didn't name him, so Bruce it is. He starts rowing his boat over, or not rowing, but he motorboats it over to you and picks you up out of the water, helps you up, like...
Go!
Oh, okay! He starts heading. And you guys drive off, leaving the boat behind. Okay, well, with that, I guess this is gonna be a very, very tiny one-shot.
A total failure. Well, you know, we can always bring Gaius back. I'm just kidding.
All right, so eventually we'll just sort of summarize. You make it back. I assume you immediately go to report what the hell happened, and
Yeah, I go right to Amelia, and I'm not upset, but I'm a little I'm not like angry, but I'm genuinely a little bit upset as I go in there. I've kind of got like a what the hell kind of an attitude. Like, were you just trying to kill us?
You want a really good laugh, by the way? Sarah begged me for a Malkavian, so when this became a thing, I literally dumped everything for that character you left to die. So Sarah gets to blame you for that. Because I'll never play a Malkavian again now. I'm going to play the most cutthroat dickhead on the planet and just bury everybody now.
well, I might fib a little bit what happened here in order to get your Silas back into the game, and I think it would be funny to have that memory of Gaius abandoning you anyways, so you remember what kind of guy you've hired here.
Right. I mean, let's be real. I hired him to protect me.
Yeah, touche.
Like, I am not the protection guy.
And I did my job, I guess.
Alright, anyway, so yeah, you're like, are you trying to kill us? And Amelia is just like, kill you? What are you talking about? Why are you all wet?
There was a fucking demon there. I'm pretty sure Silas is dead. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody's dead. I don't think the two of us were enough for that.
Oh, come on. There definitely wasn't a demon. Don't you think you're overreacting?
Can I draw her a picture of it?
Yeah, you know, we'll call it a see how could you do it. I think craft?
And on that, can I pull from like my any of my specialties or background or anything to like pull out like an ancient like Nodism book and just be like, it looks like this one.
Yeah, since I think you have like a super high in occult anyway, right?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
It's
a
as high as
5.
it can go.
So you definitely have 5 in occult. I'd say if you want to draw her a picture, it would probably be like Dex plus craft to, you know, paint a picture, which I don't think you do, but with your occult, you definitely, now that you know it's a demon, can kind of figure out like from there what it is or what have you, and at least get her on the point to lead her down the right path to know what happened. And she's just like,
yeah, because I mean, I'm not a crazy person. I'm a cultist, but I'm or a cult leader, but I'm not a crazy person.
After that, she's just like, oh shit, you're serious? Oh dear, a demon? How is that possible? We can't have a demon on this. We have to sink that ship or kill it somehow. Oh god, I'll get the sheriff. We'll get the sheriff and others to handle that.
A lot of others.
Okay. You poor dear. She leans forward. You must have been terrified, even though she's at least equal to your generation, or maybe higher, which means less than you.
Oh yeah, I'm leaning into this and like looking for comfort, leaning into the bosom, like.
She just holds you like, against her chest and pats your head. There, you're safe now. Anyway,
So, you doing anything later?
Well, after I tell the sheriff about this, I was going to actually, go out, have a little girls' night on the town. Want to come along?
Yeah, sounds like a blast. Let's do it.
All right, great. All right, with that, yeah, so tougher people go and deal with it. I would say, Silas, for the sake of this, you almost, met final death, but they happened to get there and find you in time before then. And that's why you would survive, is because they sent the literal sheriff and other more tough vampires, probably some Brujahs, to handle this demon.
And Gaius will pretend like he saved you. Like, he's the reason that you lived. Yeah, if I didn't run away and get out of there, I don't think you would have survived at all.
The sad reality, though, is he would never trust you again. So I sure hope you're not bringing that character over into the full campaign.
I mean, maybe. I don't think so. With absolutely nothing in fucking combat.
To be fair, I think you have plenty of things for mind control and stuff, don't you? Don't you have dominate things? No? Oh, okay, never mind.
No, I can cloud their memory, but.
Oh yeah, you only went all full into blood sorcery. Or whatever, your blood power.
Well, it just makes me happy to know Silas never gave in to the bitch urge to run. He stood toe to toe, all 10 toes down.
You were supposed to find this and destroy that as it was its heart, basically. This would have been in the ship. And the idea was that you were going to run away from the big, giant, scary demon, which might be my fault if I didn't make, a good job of...
Make it scary enough.
Sarah,
yeah.
The hardest part is literally my entire character's premise was he does not retreat. Remember? That was one of his quirks.
But I didn't know that meant that he wouldn't try to do a tactical thought, oh, this enemy is stronger than me, so I'm gonna stand here and die for it. I would have thought he would have been that means I need to find its weakness and go figure something else out.
I don't know shit about demons in this universe. And I also did not know that I could do half my health in one attack. So I figured running was not an option because it was going to get me anyways.
By the way, I modeled this demon after the stats it gives for werewolves. So keep that in mind.
Well, yeah. Doesn't it take 5 vampires to down a werewolf?
Yeah. But like I said, it was supposed to be something that you would run away from and try to find a way to kill it. Like you could even, if you made some elaborate plan, like trapped it in the engine room and exploded it, you know, that could have worked too. Or like that, I was trying to do that for horror vibes.